Hello, everyone. This is Annalisa with Inside Real Estate, and we are going to go over the anatomy of a link. Now, I will be sending out a recording of this into the groups, and we'll get Ryan to send it out via email and or intercom. But I want to make sure we go over how the heck can we edit some links in here to give you a little more option on what you want to target. So everyone gather around, grab those safety goggles, grab your scalpel, maybe your tricorder. We're going to go in. We're going to dissect a link. Now, the one thing I want to make sure you are aware of is whenever you create a link on your dashboard and then post it for lead generation, you know, it's a two-step process. You create it, you post it. That link you create will always point whoever clicked that link out there on the interwebs directly back to you and your website tied to K Plus or your KV Core dashboard. Now, there's a few commonly asked questions I'm going to go over here initially. So, you know, the first is, what is a domain? What is a subdomain? So basically, the domain is going to be the website associated with that brokerage owner admin entity. So it's kind of like the domain that sits over all of the subdomains of agents. So kind of umbrellas over the teams or agents within that brokerage. So the owner admin have the regular domain and agents have a subdomain, and they basically look different like this. So the brokerage domain will always have the brokerage name and then .com. The agent subdomain will always have your name, and then the brokerage information.com. So your name was always going to precede the brokerage information. So that's how you can tell how that link is going to be directing to someone. Now, if you're an agent and you create a link off of your dashboard, it's always going to start with your name, .brokerage-name.com, and then whatever information you're sharing with that audience or contact. Now, where do you find your subdomain and website info? So when you're on your K Plus dashboard, you're going to go to the left side of your dashboard, click on website, and then click view my website. On KV Core, you can look to the top right of your dashboard, click on your email address, then click the website link in the drop-down. Both of these are going to open up a new tab on your browser to show you your website tied to your dashboard. Now, some people might be thinking, you know, hey, for brand consistency, I want my own vanity domain. How the heck do I do that? So via K Plus Conversion Plus, users can purchase domains via a third-party source such as GoDaddy, and then choose to forward that domain to their Conversion Plus website. But just keep in mind that it's key that the forward is not masked. For KV Core, users can purchase a vanity domain via clicking the Marketplace tab on the left-hand side of their dashboard. Then you can click on the Vanity Domain add-on and then click Get This to learn more about the offering. So when you click on Get This, it doesn't mean you're like opting in to purchase something immediately. Nothing will be run. It's basically saying, get this, I'm going to learn more about it. Then you can choose to opt in if you like. And then if you have any questions anytime on the forwarding or the vanity domain, please reach out to support directly. So now we're going to jump into rolling up our fleet uniform sleeves, and I really hope you're not wearing a red one today, because that's, you know, never good luck, right? So here's the scenario. We have created two links, one via a squeeze page and one via a front-end domain, meaning I went to my website as an agent and I created a link via the front-end website. And I pulled both of these for price-reduced homes in the city of Warwick. And we're going to go over the differences in these. And first we're going to hit how to edit a squeeze page. Then we're going to hit how to edit a regular domain link. So both of these links can be used, you know, and edited in certain areas so you can build in further filtering results. So this is the time where you grab your old-timey bones or new-timey bones, we're going in, and you may or may not want to have a Snickers aboard, right? So if you're a KV Core user and you're watching this right now as a repeat, you can actually read number 1 below and then skip to number 4 on the squeeze page editing section. If you're with K Plus, you need to see the whole shoot and match down here. So how the heck do we edit a squeeze page link? So I went into my dashboard, into my lead gen tools, and I created a squeeze page. And right off the bat, when we look at this, we can see that it's going to point to me, the agent, because why shouldn't it? It should always be about me, the agent, when I'm creating a link off of my dashboard. So This is a squeeze page, and there's many things you can look at in here to decipher the link. So what we have here is the beginning of the link, which tells you the agent name and brokerage name. And then if you look through here, you'll be able to see the area equals the city of Warwick. It's saying right now we don't have any parameters in here for bed, bath, min, or max. And I sorted by the option of reduced listings. And if you look here, it says and PPC equals. This is my source code. So when I'm adding in a source code to my links that I'm creating, this is what helps you get those analytics of like clicks per sign up and so forth. The and ADTHT equals hash is the hashtag. So the Warwick reduced SF will be the hashtag of which will be landing on all of these contacts as they start landing on my dashboard. Now, the neat thing here within K+, you know, you have the parameters that will pull in, you know, the bed equals 0, bath equals 0, min and max, static. But you can actually edit this information really, really, really easily. So what you need to do is grab your link when you create it on your dashboard, copy it, and I suggest you go to like a Word doc or a Google Doc, a Notepad, something where you can have this link in here and start editing the information. So once this is here, you can place your cursor in here and say, well, actually, in the city of Warwick, I only want to get 3-bed minimum, 2-bath minimum, from 300,000 to 600,000. But you can physically go in here and edit this information for bed equals, bath equals, min and max, which is pretty neat. Now we have, in effect, edited the parameters of this, and now we can grab the link again, copy it, and check it out. And it'll take me right to my website to view the results. And within the parameter of Warwick, single family, 3-bed, 2-bath, 300 to 600,000 reduced, I have 9 properties. If we go back to the original link, before we edited, we'll be able to see there were 26 properties when there was no price parameter bed and bath in there. So you can see how easily and handily you can edit this information. So this information here will go over all of the things to watch for when you're doing this. So it goes over how you recognize your own subdomain and what parameters to look at to edit. And then it speaks to how to edit the information like I just showed you in the video. And then of course it speaks to, you know, how the heck are these links going to be tracked, right? So when you have these tracking elements within the squeeze page link of your source code and hashtag, that builds in trackable elements as I mentioned above up here when we were looking at the PPC equals and the ADDHT equals. So those are what build in those trackable elements of clicks per sign-up rates if you want to track that information, if you're doing A/B testing on advertisements, or building in that hashtag, because a hashtag, you know, has the organizational factors, and you can also trigger a drip campaign or alerts with a hashtag, which is pretty cool because if you put a little elbow grease into that now, you're going to have a smooth running machine as your leads pick up and your pipeline grows. Now, again, when we look at the original squeeze page link, you know, we've got the information of the zeros here, bed, bath, mins, and maxes. And then when we have the edited to reflect the 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 350 to 600, you can see in this edited link, we've got the bed equals 3, bath equals 2, min and max in place. Now I know this is, hey, I logged in and got 6 notifications, woohoo! Well, really, if you stay consistent with this and make some type of effort on a daily basis with getting your advertising, getting your name, getting your brand out there and built into your community, you should have a lot more than 6 notifications when you're logging into your KV Core or Conversion Plus dashboard. All right, so let's talk about how to edit a domain search. So this is when you can actually go to your website, like to a search, and create something. Maybe you want information in the Bronx, you're looking for condos, not single family. and you do a quick search. So, you've gone to the front side of your site and you've created a link here. So you can actually edit this link as well. If I go back to the doc here, so this is a link of which I pulled. This is the same information that I pulled from my squeeze page, but it does not have the trackable elements in it as of yet. So the fun fact today is you can turn any domain link really into a squeeze page with your search results. Let me add that in there. All right, so how do we do that? The first thing we're going to do, of course, is build the link on the front side. And what you're going to see is a link ending in RSLT. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the link we just created and go to our doc here and drop that second link in here. So this is the link we just created on the domain. Oop, I wanted to remove the whole thing, darn it. Okay. And what you can do is remove this for now and just pop it up somewhere where you don't need it right now, because we're going to come back and use that information. So the neat thing here is, you can go in and remove that information, and then we're going to start looking at how to add in our source codes and hashtags. And it's important to know when you're manually, or even when you're adding in a hashtag on the squeeze page tool and the landing page tool, don't add the hashtag sign. You don't need to do that. You just type in the word. So from here, we can actually go in and add the source codes of our tracking element for clicks per signup and our hashtag. And that's going to give us this link information right here. So now you can see it's got my subdomain, the parameters of which for the area and so forth, and now I have a source code built in and a hashtag built in. And now we need to finish the link to make sure it works and launches. So from here, we just grab the little RSLT and pop it at the end. So this is when we can grab this information here, copy it, and add it right in there. And now this is a link that we built on the front end of our site, but now included a source code and a hashtag, which is pretty slick. So we'll go ahead and take a look at that. And now this is a link, directing it to my website as an agent. However, we got the trackable elements in it, which is pretty nice. All right. Now we're going to learn how to create a unique link of specific properties. And really, this is easier than mutton busting or herd of tribbles. It may impress your friends and neighbors, but results do vary. So the first thing you'll need to do is think about the audience of which you're going to be sending this information. Maybe it's an individual, maybe it's a group within your hashtag groupings. Either way, think thoughtfully about what you're going to send these people and gather that list of MLS numbers for the listings you want to combine into one clickable link. So then you'll need to go to your domain and copy your domain information, including the HTTPS : // all the way down to the .com with the / at the end. So you need that entire string at the beginning of your domain. So if you go to your domain, like if I was to go here, let me go ahead and get rid of this information, just go to my regular domain here. So when you go to your regular domain, you're going to grab this whole section right here and copy it. And if you're going to your broker domain to do this, it'll have your brokerage name and then .com. But you need to have that HTTPS, and you need to have the last / at the end. Now within this, you can actually drop in different sections within here to create one clickable link for a list of specific listings. So directly after you have your subdomain, you're going to drop this little section of index.php and a question mark right behind the .com. So then you'll have a link looking like this. When you have finished this step, then you're going to add MLS IDs equals onto the end of it. So then you'll have a link looking like this. Now is when you start to type in your different MLS IDs into the link. So when you have done that, you'll see your domain information, the index.php question mark, MLS IDs equals, and then you'll have your MLS IDs separated by a comma. You can have as many of these in here as you want to. I just stopped at 2. And then you add RSLT at the end, so the hashtag or the # RSLT. So your end link is going to look something like this, just depending on the length of it, on how many listings you added in. Now, if we go to this link, it's going to take me directly to my website as an agent and see those 2 listings themselves. So that concludes how to create these different types of links with trackable elements, how to create a unique list of listings, and now you're ready to beam it all out there all over the interwebs. So I hope this was a helpful session to you. I will ask that it be sent out to everyone. I'll add it to our document for all of our webinars and so forth. And I hope you have a great weekend. Bye-bye.